And
hello everyone and welcome. A bit of a different setup here since the old school PvP championship. The studio's had a little bit of a kind of a mini refurb in its structure and setup. So there's now the host in the middle for some reason. So it makes it interesting.
It's going to be so odd.
But yeah, we're here with our stream for today. I'm being joined to my left here. I have Mod Ramen, Mod Osborne, and to my right, Mod Timber. We have a fair bit to talk about. Before we do that, though, we'll go into a quick introduction of stuff that's coming out, of stuff that's happened. So before we do that, though, I thought I'd use this as a chance to kind of talk about what you guys do. So, Ramen, do you want to kick us off?
Okay.
What do you do?
Yo, I am a content developer in the Ninja team now. I don't know if you want any more on that.
No. It's pretty much straight to it.
Yeah. Still lead designer, I think. So I'm responsible and accountable for the quality of the design of the game. Also do a little bit of narrative stuff.
And I am game balancer, which sort of keeps an eye on the things like XP rates, economy and stuff, and designer for primarily the Ninja team.
Awesome. So today we're going to be focusing on timed HiScores, something that we have yet to announce this year, but we will be doing, which is the raffle.
Yep.
And also just a bit of a general Q&A on questions and everything else. But this week's update, we had a whole load of ninja fixes and general fixes, but the main one was the Shattered Worlds anima improvements and how that went down. So I think it's safe to say, just on an overview, I think it's definitely helped a ton in regards to the health of Shattered Worlds and actually bringing people in and getting their rewards. But how do you think it's gone?
Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously super happy that we managed to get the rates right. I'm kind of, it feels a little weird to me because like we should have got this right first time. And it's kind of shit that we didn't do that first time. I swore, didn't I?
No, but that's honesty. And you know what? We don't deliberately try to swear. Yes, if anyone is offended by that, apologies. But that's the passion, and they're coming out right there.
But I mean, honestly, it should have been what it been like from release, and it should have been out a bit sooner. So all I can sort of put my hand up and say sorry, but it's done now. We've got it out, and everyone's happy. There's a lot of people playing Shattered Worlds and getting.
Yeah, we got a little email round of like. Obviously, we're privileged to see like stats of things, like how many people are playing it. It's taken a real spike, which is good. As players are just testing it out. Let's try to keep it there. And yeah, we can look at variants of Shattered Worlds in the future.
Awesome. And obviously, of course, last Thursday we announced double XP on the way for September the 15th, the weekend of September the 15th.
Week before
just
RuneFest.
before RuneFest.
Just a sweet games before RuneFest.
So lovely timing for that indeed. And obviously we want to say a happy first birthday as well to Skillin' Pets. It was actually 1 year ago today the Skillin' Pets came out to everyone in game. And to celebrate that, Max actually happened to get Jack of all trades as well. So if you haven't already seen it, go find Max in Virago. You'll actually be having one of the skill pets follow him. So it's pretty awesome. So yeah, it's nice to have that in game. So I want to kind of talk about the beach a little bit. Obviously, beach still in game at the moment, but let's go through a couple of things really quickly. What date and time will the summer beach pie be removed?
So that'll be removed on Monday, the 4th of September, I believe. So there's a little bit more time to go. Yeah, so keep going. Enjoy, heat wave it.
And for the people who've been kind of stocking up their cocktails, ready to use them, etc., when can they expect them?
That's 1st of October. So
first
that's
October.
on 1st of October, so if you have those, make sure you get those in beforehand.
Awesome. All right, so speaking of RuneFest, obviously we are now just under a month towards RuneFest, if not a month, just to
Don't
come
remind me.
Yeah.
We all host talks?
Oh, we're all hosting talks.
We're all hosts.
Yeah, these three.
Convenient.
Well, actually, let's talk about that. Ramen, what are you hosting?
Combat talk again.
There you go.
Yeah, really excited. It's gonna be cool. Got some cool things to talk about. Scary because it's like crept up really fast and everyone's been really busy in the office.
You're not on the biggest stage this time around.
Nah,
so that's a little bit off the pressure.
It's a bit more cozy and it's going to be more.
Yeah, I think you're got an announcement or two. So there's an announcement or two in Combat Talk.
Yeah.
So it's worth watching. It's going to be streamed. So they keep that in mind. Like second stage.
Yeah, so both stages are streamed as well, which is very important to keep in mind as well.
Yeah, and you've got like talking over some personal projects that you kind of got going on.
Yeah.
Without trying not to add to unfinished business.
Yeah.
But also how you make things. Mm-hmm. Am I right?
You've just completely.
That. Basically,
you've just.
I haven't been on stream in so long. And like just seeing my face in the camera is terrifying.
Oh, don't be nervous, mate. It's fine.
Your talk's going to be the bomb.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Osborne?
So I've got RuneScape reveals. We're still dilly-dallying whether or not it should be Mod Mark or just Modmark. My feeling is that as there's this kind of back to the roots of RuneFest and RuneScape, I'd really like to see just Modmark doing his thing, strutting about like a lovely rooster on that stage, and I think that he would do a much better job of it. So that's where I am. But yeah, we've got a lot of announcements, a lot of things that we haven't talked about or held back, and we'll talk a bit about that in Unfinished Business.
Awesome. Timbo?
We're going to do RuneScape skilling again this year. We're going to talk about the next 5 years of skilling. What we want to do, what skills we want to add, what reworks we want to do, what content we want to attack and get right with skills.
And you're riffing off the poll, aren't you? The survey.
Yeah, so there'll be a lot of server results in that. So we're going to be looking at dealing that out, what we got from the results, what do people think. We have some more live polls as well.
And obviously, the survey results kind of come out in full during reviews as well.
Yeah, that's it. I'm planning to have some in RuneScape Reveals too, just so you can see why we're making the decisions that we are, that it isn't just kind of us sitting in a bar drinking and making up stuff.
That does happen, yeah.
Yeah, I wish that
That really does happen. Well, you're just not invited.
I wish it happened more than ever.
Oh, goodness. So, yeah, we, of course, I think we still have just a few tickets left for RuneFest. You can still get them if you so wish. But it's going to be pretty awesome. Of course, the Golden Gnomes are back. It's going to be very interesting to see what comes out of that. Of course, we have our streams that will go on through the day, going on to stage 1 and 2, and trying to cover everything that's going on. So obviously, there's a ton to cover, but it's going to be pretty awesome. Yeah,
Sean will be hosting.
I'll be hosting, but hopefully not participating in so many practical activities this year. It's clearly proven last year when I couldn't fire a bow. So that's like the only nicest thing you'll ever say about me.
You're better than Hollyoaks, it's true.
I appreciate that. So let's jump on to time high scores. Just for people talking about polls, we actually have a section we will be talking about polls later on in the stream, so don't worry about that. We have a bit to talk about regarding that. But we'll talk about time high scores. We have an image for this, so can we bring this up right now? So this will kind of be some of the upcoming high scores you can look forward to in the upcoming month of September. So safe to say it's pretty exciting. And I mean, Bram or anyone jump in on this by all means.
Yeah, so there's 6 timed high scores. This is kind of Mod Ryan's project, and he's not around, sadly. So I'm going to be talking about it.
That sounds dramatic.
Yeah,
It's not dead or anything.
I think
he's still doing good stuff.
I think, yeah.
He's working on this,
He's upstairs, yeah. I'm really excited for this project because it's going to open up a whole new doors for high scores. Obviously, we're going to have to monitor them, make sure there's no like bug abuse or
we had that with seasonal high scores.
Yeah, so we kind of really want to be on this, but like people racing for the fastest next kill, people racing for the fastest. You know, all the little things within PVM make that small bit of difference where you're standing, whether you take some ring over another ring, Asylum Surgeon over Vigor, like different switches, and people will really start to push themselves.
Yeah,
obviously, we've seen that with Telos, you know, Sadden, you know, an incredible achievement of 4,000 in Rage. Phenomenal. Like, so hopefully we'll start seeing more of that with this. And also you've got the Dungeoneering time high scores. We actually sat down the other day. It was me, Mod Shogun, Mod Ryan,
Mod Iago.
Was he in that?
Mod Iago. Is the other one?
Was he in that? I didn't.
Yeah, he was in that one. I was listening to you all play as you were cracking on.
And we went through a DG. It was my first time
great.
back in DG for 2 years, and it was so much fun. So being able to do that and actually compete towards time high scores is going to be excellent. Like for the Dungeoneering ones, you need to get, I think it's large and medium, C6, 13%.
Yeah.
So you're not just going to be like, ooh, there's the end room, like let's go, because.
And yeah, 13% relies on you opening every single door in that dungeon as well.
Which means that people are going to change behaviour, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Like you're racing for something, there's an objective, but you're just changing it up a bit.
It's going to be awesome, and
You're going to make us
You
all
got
laugh.
this.
It's exciting to see all the other bosses we've added. So we've got, as you saw in the picture, we've got Nexa, Raxor, Telos at 200% in Rage. QBD.
Boom.
So QBD, obviously you've got your shorter kill times. Next, you also have your shorter kill times, but then Telos, it's where the time really starts to bump up.
Yep.
So yeah. I think if this works really well, we'll look at other bosses. We've been talking about things like persistent high scores for each of those, building up and showing personal bests as you fight through and things like that. So we are looking to expand it.
Yeah, I wrote the dev blog about what we want to do with future seasonal scores.
Oh, fair enough.
And then obviously we ran the poll a couple of weeks ago as well regarding that as well. So how long are we expecting these to run for? Just a common question that came up there.
Yeah.
Ryan in the chat.
Sure.
8 weeks.
8 weeks.
Yeah,
I think
We'll say a provisional 8 weeks until we get just confirmation, just to be 100% sure.
For 8 weeks, but yeah,
because we discussed between 6 or 8 weeks. And I think we decided with 8 weeks.
Run them for a long period, and then we're probably going to cycle through them.
Yeah.
As in, you will not have all of them up at once. We'll just. So that means that PVMers can focus on one individual thing rather than having all of these running concurrently.
Yep.
Do we ever seen timed quest completions coming in? Obviously, a little bit difficult if people have already completed a quest and so on, but is there a way?
Yeah, repeatable quests, obviously.
But the ones we already have, For example, Broken Home already has time associated with it.
7 days all at once at 8 weeks.
There you go.
Be spacebar quest.
Cheers, Ryan.
Well, yeah. How fast can you use spacebar and surge and all that sort of stuff.
How fast can you get
Surge,
200
bladed
pass
dive,
without-
all the fun stuff. And one question from the chat: will the Elite DG outfit be allowed for DG high scores? It seems unfair.
I don't want to say yes or no on that one because that is a very good point. Yeah, I'm going to leave that one unanswered.
I'm assuming that's been discussed with the team.
As far as I know, it works.
Okay.
But, we can go back and discuss it.
Yeah.
Depending on player opinion.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So I kind of mentioned this at the start of the stream, obviously to the surprise of players who didn't know this was coming, but Balthasar's raffle is coming back in September. So this kind of came out of the blue. So can you give us kind of a rundown of how it works and what kind of prizes we can expect this year?
You got this or do you want me?
I was reading the chat.
You got this.
It's like I've got to test you.
Well, any of us can talk
the
about
raffle,
it.
Yeah.
Because it's very familiar.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but personally I really like the raffles that we used to do a couple of years ago. I think was the last one.
2015?
2015, yeah, I thought it was a couple of years. In
That long ago?
Yeah, one ticket a day.
We did do the summer adventure last year. I know
We
that
did the
much.
summer raffle last year.
The summer raffle last year.
Yeah, ticket a day. Contribute it to whichever of the prizes that you want to kind of have a chance of winning. Get another ticket, I believe, from doing an event. Sorry,
doing a daily challenge. Yep.
Eels. Now I've run out, and then there's different prizes for each given day. That includes golden sets.
Yep.
We'll bring back some old golden sets, including. Go on, help me here.
So,
Barrows.
golden god swords, golden war priest,
That's it.
golden barrows, and all the golden barrow
And then
sets.
other stuff is the usual mishmash of darts and packs.
Darts, deposit boxes, protein packs.
So pick what you want.
Is there anything?
Roll the dice,
Okay,
yeah.
so Iron Man in this raffle.
Moderator
Nothing's changed
Ramen.
from last.
Nothing's changed, so they won't be able to get certain bits.
Free to play? Can they participate?
No.
Can't remember what happened 2 years ago.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, largely we are bringing back a favoured event. That's it, rather than changing anything dramatically.
And are we going to be doing anything to try and combat people making new accounts, making alts to then enter the raffle, etc., etc.?
Not that I'm aware of. I'll have to go back and find out.
Okay.
It's not-
I thought we made changes last time to alleviate it, but
I remember last time people did try to make loads of accounts and it didn't seem to do much.
yeah.
There's just
Certain
there's
individuals-
so many tickets and so many prizes to be won. Like
Yeah, we found certain days most people were winning.
Raffles members only.
Members only, thank you.
Members only for the raffle. There you go. So let's go into a little bit of an update on unfinished business. We'll actually have a dedicated unfinished business stream coming up in a few weeks' time. Raman, I believe you have some progress to share on some updates, though. You totally haven't read the script, have you?
Straight in.
I told
Straight
you.
in.
So yeah,
Do it.
120
Do it.
Slayer. Obviously, that sort of counts as unfinished business because the top end of Slayer hasn't really been filled. There's not really much variety up there. There are obviously creatures, but it needs a bit more. So when I moved over to Ninja, I started working on new Slayer creatures. Really excited about them. They've turned out awesome. I'm in love with them. Maybe a bit biased. But.
Can you talk about number? I'd be happy to talk about number.
So there's 3 new creatures. They kind of work like the polypore creatures where you have a set task and then
Choose within that.
you're able to choose. And you can choose based on your play style. I've gone with the kind of theme of cute but deadly. We do...
Not cute though. We're not talking like chibi.
Nah.
No, it's something very different from that. It's true in RuneScape style.
Is there anything... Do we want to show?
Well,
We got
images.
We do have images, I know that much.
it's stuff we tweeted before and one creature.
Yeah,
we can
Go on.
Alright.
So yeah, the reason we're being cagey is obviously RuneFest is around the corner,
Yeah.
and it's all wrapped up in something slightly bigger that we're going to be talking about on RuneFest. But yeah, we're happy to show you some stuff.
Yo, roll the pictures. Let's go for the creature. So here, as you can see, cute, but I mean, he doesn't really look deadly, but he's deadly.
No,
I can tell you.
Cuba Debbie, I think is the.
Get out of here. So yeah, and then they're all situated. So
You show me a killer anim with these guys as well.
Yeah,
Love what they do. It's kind of a Gobi-esque.
yeah,
thing
love
that
what
it
they
does.
do.
That's
And
pretty cool.
Rather than just make creatures and just plonk them down in like a little patch of grass, we kind of wanted to make something that looks really pretty. So
Perfect cue.
okay, this is an image of a work in progress shot.
It's really dark on our screen.
It'll be fine on stream, it's fine.
Yeah, okay.
It
So
should be fine on
this
stream.
was just me playing with some of the lighting moods, trying to get it looking pretty, seeing what kind of theme we want to go for. I know it looks awesome.
You've done an
Then we've
incredible. I have got to say, as a very big fan of volumetric lighting, you've done a wonderful job with this. This
Spent-
looks brilliant.
The theme is trees, evidently.
Well, it's nice to go somewhere more open. I know you've talked
Yeah.
about that a lot. Like, we're fed up of dungeons.
Yeah, I'm so fed up of being inside Kurodal's dungeon. Everything is very. It's not very open. It's not very green. It's not very vibrant. So I wanted to touch Mother Nature. That didn't come out quite as right.
It's the hand gesture.
And then we got one more shot. So me and Mod AOB tweeted the front view of this place, and everyone was like, "Oh, there's a water slide." So do you want to put the last image up?
Is there a water slide?
No, it's not a water slide.
Super fun, happy slide. Yes, I approve of the Simpsons Halloween reference. Good stuff.
But yeah, as I said, work in progress shots. I'm really enjoying these pictures.
So wait, what's this?
This is
It's
the
placeholder bridge, I
Yeah.
think.
Oh, right.
But it's like a slide.
Yeah, everyone says like it's a water slide, so I thought we'd do that.
Okay, cool.
But
Wow,
yeah,
that's-
filling the gaps in the top end of Slayer.
Yeah. We'll talk
Making
more
a
about
giant
that.
island full of trees.
Plus slide.
Goodness. Are you able to mention what levels they are?
104, 106, 108.
Nice. Okay.
So not like super high end, but it's still starting to get into the areas of gemstone dragons and the first creatures, corrupted creatures, Menopause stuff.
Awesome. Is there anything else? Or
Mechanically, are you going for interesting? Are we talking more Ripper Demons, or are you going...
As I said, cute but deadly. I'm trying to find a nice balance of lean forward gameplay where you're not just going to be able to AFK this as you would like Dark Beasts or
But not so far into Ripper or...
but you'll want to
or-
basically, not so far into Rippers or Mammoths where if you take your eyes off the screen, you're in Lumbridge or, wherever you're death.
From what I understood, it's slightly more difficult Glaciers, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not quite as lean back as Glacier, but a little bit more forward.
So they're currently
Glaycore.
going through balancing. Got some new mechanics we haven't really tried before with things, so let's see how it goes. Nervous, but
sorry, Cap.
excited.
are they going to be added to the Slayer Codex?
Yes.
So does that mean the players who currently have the title will lose it? Consideration.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, there you go. Just wanted to clear that up.
It's
So
become more of a focus than you expected.
just want to make sure we cover all corners. So try to cover all the corners we can. All right. Now I'm throwing it over to you. Now you have to do
Hello.
a bit of talking. Let's talk about this poll. So let's put a bit of background into polls first of all. So yesterday we launched the Ice Die poll, which essentially was we were trying to find out if you liked the approach we were taking with a potential new die, which would be Ice Fiend. We reworded some of the text earlier on today because there was a little bit biased in its options. I mean, that was the overall statement from it. However, there's been a lot of people saying, well, why haven't we just done this poll and included all the options, then they can just choose one and then go from there and stuff like that. Why haven't we done that?
So first of all, I'd like to reiterate that, first of all, we're going to be doing surveys in the future, so there are going to be multiple questions in one. So there'll be less focus on individual polls in the future. So a little bit away from that. And also, we're still finding our feet with the polls. just as a community and a team. So things might change. So those people who are like, why aren't they changing things, we might look to. But why aren't we doing multiple options? There are a couple of really good reasons why we've decided to do it this way, the old school way, I guess. If you have 5 options, what we were finding is that something was winning with like 25% of the vote, 30% of the vote. Like it was winning when a large proportion of the player base didn't choose it, and that was causing a little bit of animosity. Obviously, you can then go on and do subsequent polls. You can then kind of semi-final it, final it, and all that.
Well,
sort
like
of
we
thing.
did with the combat polls.
Yeah, like we did with the combat polls. You can do that, and that worked quite well.
It's a lot of polls, though.
There's a lot of polls, and if we're talking about what we want to do, our ideal end state is to get to this survey kind of idea, having lots of poll questions. Doing that it's going to be difficult. I mean, we might choose to do that in the future, but at the moment that feels like a lot of work and a lot of time. It's going to slow us all down. So I'd like to try it from this way at the moment. But the biggest reason, weirdly, is that in multi-option polls, we're finding that the stuff we don't do gains a lot of traction. People like it and expect us to do it in the future. Worst cases, most obvious cases of this are Invention and Floor 61. Admittedly, Floor 61 existed before that, but Invention in particular was like, when are we getting it? When are we getting it? And with the dies, people are going to say, well, I really like that die, when are you going to bring it out? I really like the idea of us being, like, as Jagged saying, you know what, this is the option that we think is best for the game. So it's not us just picking something willy-nilly, but we actually just look at all the options, put it in front of the players and say, this is the one we like. Does 75% of it, remember that's a big number.
Mm-hmm. Why 75%?
We talked around it a lot.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
A lot. I think if we went a little bit either side of that, because we felt like somehow our community were different from old school, all we're going to get is, to be fair, like, why isn't, old school do this? Why have you chosen to do that? Why do you think our community is different? And to be fair, 75% is high, and we should be expecting better from us as devs. Like, 75% is high, so if it doesn't get 75%, then we're not achieving the kind of quality that we want. We want a large proportion of the players to be happy.
We want to be confident that players want what we poll.
Yeah.
And 75% gets that.
Yeah.
Gets that number.
So at the moment, and rightly, people are saying, like, at the moment we're polling something against nothing, and people are going to go for the something. So I really want to train. Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine.
Questions.
No. That's you actually haven't anticipated. It's just I've got a couple of follow-up points that I'd like to address as well.
Right, I'll just finish this one.
Yeah, by all
which
means.
is like, I would really like the player base and everybody to just say no to things. Just question us. Like, if there is something about the design that you do not like, say no. And I'd like to train us as a community to really say no more often. The old school are in that place already. We're probably not there yet, but over the course, I'd like that to happen. And then I know there are a lot of people saying, well, no, how are you going to know what no means? Well, how are we going to change it? We're not going to ditch that option necessarily. We're going to look at all of the feedback, and if people are saying, you know what, I liked it, but I didn't like that, so a little caveat, like an amendment to a bill, we'll put it through again with the changes. If it is absolutely this option is rubbish, then we'll choose another option.
So there's two things that I've seen since since this all happened, which was, oh goodness, we just had a leak
we're
from
leaking at the
up
moment.
on the roof. That was interesting. Anyway.
Fine, it's not like there's
It's a
loads of
liquor.
extra equipment in here.
Okay, it's fine. There's nothing to worry about, I guess. So the first one was players seem to find it difficult to vote when they don't know what the other options are.
Yeah.
Which is actually a problem in this current poll.
Yeah, so if we release the other options, we're in that same problem again.
Right.
We've identified lots of different things that we could do, and then suddenly they're unfinished business. So that is a bit problematic. We could show them, and we might do in the future, in the dev blog. So that's something that we'll work around. We could do that, but really, like, if you do not like what you're being given and you do not trust us that is the best option, just vote no. I'd like people to be voting no more often.
And do we see ourselves restarting the poll because we changed the text, but of course we have the only way we've been able to let them know, of course, is via social, forum, Reddit, etc.
Let's do this case by case. I want to be in a better place. We haven't got there yet, and I really wish. I think we haven't got a system set up where the dev blog comes out well in advance, includes the poll text, and we just get all the feedback on it early, and we don't have to change the poll.
Right.
Because at the moment that's not happening.
Okay, but so the overriding. So
Very loving, Luke.
So the overriding issue is essentially because we've changed the text. For the people who are hyper engaged, who are on Reddit, who are on the forums, who are on social, they know it's changed. However, if you're someone who just sticks to playing the game, right now they have no idea of knowing that poll text has changed.
If the poll text has changed, and we think that poll has been on for a while, and it's going to dramatically affect the result, absolutely we're going to take it down.
Right. Okay.
Do you disagree? I mean,
No, I don't disagree with that. I just wanted to clarify I guess the qualms that some players had, just so we obviously had been going through them.
I don't know the exact background of the decision that was made with the poll text for this one. I don't know how long it was going and how much we thought it would affect the poll, but I'm hoping that it didn't go for long and it wouldn't have affected it too much.
Awesome. All right, so let's jump into some general questions. We have quite a fair few to go in here, so by all means jump in if anything comes up. Can you go in depth on the bank rework, especially the bottleneck?
Can't go into any more depth than we already have. We got unfinished business in 3 weeks. It's the problem we have. It's if it was a dev problem, if it's something the developers could work on, we'd be doing it right now because that's the highest priority out of any project that we have. Problem is, it's hit something that we just do not have the headcount to deal with because it's into tech stuff. I don't want to go any further than that because it seems like we're just kind of saying that one team can't handle the work that they've got, which isn't true. There's just a lot of focuses on them.
What are the next Ninja projects?
Slake.
Slake.
My stuff.
Time tie scores.
It's time tie scores.
Slay creatures.
Log.
Boss drop log.
Okay.
Can we talk about Stu's free-to-play stuff as well? Because he's kind of been getting through stuff, hasn't he?
Mate, he's been smashing.
He's been doing an incredible job for that.
He's a tank.
I mean, I'd like to take some credit for that.
Timbo's
I mean,
You deserve it, obviously.
I'm the one that did identify these things.
I want you to pull that hand out and find a little trumpet and then just kind of play your trumpet.
Yeah, I need Ramon's trumpet.
What?
I haven't.
He's got his own little trumpet that he blows. Right
We
now.
got. I think. Was it you?
Yeah,
we got told off for blowing our own trumpet when we were the Watch a long time ago.
I think I told you to play your own trumpet more, actually. I thought it was the opposite.
I think we got told off once
Anyway,
for blowing our trumpet. So
But yeah, I mean, the free-to-play stuff
bought a
has
trumpet.
been amazing. Like, we're making more and more. So the whole ethos behind free-to-play is to just drop barriers that you come across while playing the game.
And there's more and more dramatic stuff is coming.
Yeah, so we're making the Warriors Guild free-to-play, Defenders free-to-play. We're adding a whole bunch of quests becoming
A lot
free-to-play.
around Patadomus.
Yeah, all around Patadomus and Silvaria all become free-to-play. So Torna's Rift, Broken Home, all that sort of area, all making that free-to-play.
Yeah.
And there's potentially even more we're going to make free-to-play.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the topic that's read its head is fletching, so we're talking about that.
Yeah,
There's a
we're
lot
currently
of-
discussing fletching right now.
Yeah.
It could happen. But yeah, we want to just make sure that when you're playing the free-to-play game, there's no, just come up against a horrible stone brick wall.
Sorry.
Like,
It could happen as in fletching, going free to play.
Yeah.
Okay,
we're
right.
discussing it right now.
Sorry, I just wanted to clarify.
You want to reach that sweet spot where people feel, like it's a good demo for our game, because at the moment it's not a good demo for the game, but also there's enough stuff there that you can be a free-to-play player if you want to be. Yeah.
So I can see in the chat, why so much focus on free to play? Why?
It's healthy for the game.
Yep.
I mean,
Can we elaborate upon that more?
yeah, I mean, a lot of it is kind of.
Is it
trust us
is
and
it
we're
like
looking at
onboarding,
data.
for example?
Yeah.
The onboarding of players.
Yeah, there are a lot of
Right.
people who use free to play as a demo. If you're using free to play as a demo and you're treated as a second-class citizen, you're not going to move into the game. So for an influx of players, it's really good. And yeah, a lot of people duck into free to play when they don't want to have membership. They don't have the money for the bond or something like that. And you know what? We want you to keep playing. And if free to play isn't great, then you're going to duck out.
You're right there, Raman.
Yeah. It's just the camera's
It's
on
the
me,
camera
so I
was
was like-
zoomed in. Yeah.
So, fringe cam.
Yeah. My curly hair.
All right, we got two questions about mining and smithing here. You ready? Are the dev diaries about mining and smithing now updated? And if so, are we going to create new videos informing us about the progress of the so awaited mining and smithing
What you're
rework?
going to get next is a dev blog about what we're pitching for the high-level editions. So we're going to.
So yeah, let's talk about that straw poll then that we
Yep.
did a few weeks ago. So what came out of that?
So the straw poll was good. Came out, I think, 78%.
So what was the just
The poll was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. So what we were pitching was, all right, mining and smithing. There's a lot to work out because there's a lot of different opinions of what mining and smithing should be, and it is big. What if we broke off a chunk of it, the high-level additions that in the survey players said were the most important elements, and we released that earlier. We started work on that now because we've got a good design and started work on it. That came out pretty positive, 78%. After that, we looked at a lot of social media, and it was less positive. So the option here was, do we ditch it or do we go for it? We're going to poll it. Like, this is all about say no again. I really want, genuinely, if there is a problem with it, say no. But we're putting together a pitch that we really like. And this is high-level additive stuff, kind of new armours, reasons to train, money-making methods, maybe something like Living Rock Caverns 2, and guild editions, that sort of thing. We're going to throw that out there. Devblog is going to go out. Devblog is going to go out this week. Hopefully, I need to give feedback on it, and then with a poll, hopefully next week.
All right, there you go. What has happened to the Virago quest?
So once upon a time, we had a game jam. So game jams are kind of like, they're ideas where you start with something and you sort of go at it and you see if it works. I'm not going to say it's never going to happen, but at the moment it's just not in the works. I know Ryan keeps bringing it up, but in our tap times, like, I feel there are better things we can do. So currently I'm working on just PVM quality of life fixes. The Virago quest still does interest me. It's just the quality of life fixes for me come first. Ryan, I'm sure there's things before the Virago quest, otherwise he would be actively working on it. And Ollie is no longer on RuneScape dead.
That's true.
R.I.P.
The game jam was, I would love to do another game jam, by the way.
Yeah.
We should do another game jam.
Yeah.
And game jam was really good. Obviously you saw a lot of things in the game jam. Not everything was released, but the things that we did deem worth bringing forward were released promptly.
Primarily luxury work.
Oh,
yeah.
Mate, Lumbridge creator, mate.
Luxury work was from game jam.
And my fan as well.
Yeah, and Skyboxes.
No, but the
He
debuff
loves
fan, the
to
buff
have
fan
a
stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Timber, we're going to get you a trumpet for this.
Yeah.
I know, please.
What's all this about?
Again,
I don't know where the arrogance has come from. It's amazing. I love it.
I just read so much negative stuff about me all the time.
Oh, hold on. Yeah.
You've gone completely the other way.
Yeah, I've just had it enough. That's it.
It's not in the works at the moment. Apologies.
Cool. Speaking of luxury work, what's happening with the Luck of the Dwarfs in Godward's Dungeon 2?
Oh, I'll fix it.
There we go. Because it kept coming up in the chat, so I'm just going to clarify that.
There was a hot fix with it that just disabled the Luck of the Dwarves in God Wars 2.
There was a good
I'll go
reason
fix it.
that hotfix went out, just to clarify.
But yeah, I'm also going to make it so that the Ring of the Dwarves message will show you what item dropped because of the message.
Oh, there
That
you
is
go.
good.
So say your Luck of the
hype.
Dice shines brightly, you got blah 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 blah.
10 coins.
And if anyone has Hazel Mirrors, it'll tell you what item was doubled as well.
Nice. There you go. Will it be an Will it be an update to the Corrupted Slayer helm? At the moment, it's really not worth the effort.
As far as I know, Mod Days did address this issue on Twitter the other day, but I'm not quite sure what he said. I know it was positive, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's just something we keep talking about as Combat Council members.
Yeah.
So
We've had a lot of discussions.
yeah. It's tough making the Slayer helm more powerful because,
Yeah.
it's just the Slayer helm.
No, but I know he's addressing it, so.
I'm very much enjoying everyone's chat messages imitating the Luck of the Dwarfs drops they get.
Oh, right.
As they've just got an item from the rare drop table and then putting it in the chat. It's pretty cool. This is going to be a question that I would preferably have either JD or John answer. They're just behind the camera. But why aren't we doing Dev Q&As weekly anymore?
So with the move, yeah, the R's fine. With the move to expansions, obviously we didn't want to drown everybody in Menethos all the time. We didn't have an awful lot else at those kind of points to be talking about. Now we've moved back to a more regular update cadence. What we're looking to do is we're looking to bring more into. At the moment, I think we've said we'd do at least 2 each month. I think looking at September, actually, we're probably going to have one pretty much every week in September.
Yeah.
So
that BTS is good.
We want to do all killer no filler. So we don't want to do streams where actually you guys don't get a lot out of it. We want to be able to showcase things. We want to be able to have like lots of people on the sofa talking about all the different things they're doing.
So to reiterate, basically, because obviously you didn't have a microphone, so obviously it was a bit of a problem there straight off the bat. But we have been looking to try and do about 2 streams a month. But for September, we're actually looking like we could do a stream every week, fingers crossed. We have quite a lot of awesome stuff coming up. But obviously, it's the month of RuneFest as well, so I can imagine we'd have some sort of RuneFest fallout from everything that's happened.
True.
So, yeah, September's looking pretty good for streams.
It's tough to see unfinished business, but thanks to to Pivot, obviously. Starting to see it come through.
Yeah, we will have an unfinished business stream every month.
Oh yeah, true.
An unfinished business stream every month.
That's the plan.
Oh, okay.
What happens when the business is finished?
Month ahead every month as well.
Then we'll have a finished business pod.
Hell yeah.
Stream.
We'll have a stream to make
If we
more
if we somehow ever finish unfinished business, then it's
It's the end of the Ninja team, really.
When we do Lizard Men, we know we've finished.
Oh, way to spoil the Slayer creatures. Okay, not true.
Is there any chance of getting an option to bulk clear your friends list? Deleting one by one takes a very long time. I imagine they have to investigate, I guess? I'm not too
Yeah,
sure.
I know that Mod Hunter looked into a bunch of chat fixes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's look into that.
Awesome. When are you going to address mobilizing armies? As it stands, it isn't even playable with the NXT client.
Yeah, we need to look at it. To me, it fits a poll, but I'm biased because I like polls.
As a poll to remove it.
There's a poll to remove.
Yeah.
Just nuke it.
Just nuke.
We're going to do one of the two.
Nuke it from orbit.
It'll
Yeah.
either be polled or nuked.
All right, there
In
you
a
go.
fantasy setting, it'll be magic. Magic nukes.
Yeah.
Arcane bomb. Yeah.
Should we just have Virago fire test score at this one instead and just annihilate mobilizing army? There we go. Are there any plans to fix or rebalance combat modes? Currently, full manual is unrivaled in terms of DPS and pretty much everything else.
Can you repeat the question? I heard it. I want to know the
Basically, are there any plans to rebalance combat modes? Because currently, full manual is unrivaled in terms of DPS and pretty much everything
That's
else.
the way we
Which
want
I
it.
imagine this is the way you want it, right? Because
Yeah.
there's a lot more effort that goes into full manual.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a constant discussion internally about
Far away.
how far away, including legacy as well.
Like, I'll be
But-
honest, like, I'm not mechanically good enough PVM-wise to use full manual. I use Revo. That's
I mean,
fine.
The pressing, I mean, using abilities at the right time with full manual is
I
absolutely the way we want you.
Yeah,
to.
I would completely expect full manual to be much better DPS. Like, if I want to get further on Telos, I need to learn full manual.
Yeah.
But
But I
that's
mean,
just the way
we
it
keep
is.
an eye on the margin between that and Revolution, but
Yeah.
there's no plans yet.
When can we expect Invention Batch 2?
You'll find out about it very soon. Next
right.
month. It's basically saying next month.
Awesome. I'll be honest, I had a little look at Invention Batch 2 today. Pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm
Very
so
much looking
chuffed
forward to
with
it.
the team for what they've done. And ramen, actually.
Yeah, I left halfway through.
But you
did a
still
little
pick,
bit. You
and
still worked on it?
You still worked on it though.
Yeah, it was,
Picking
it
up
was,
stuff.
It was good fun.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you what.
I'm not too sure if we can answer this because obviously we don't have any of the Eternals down here. But do you have to be logged in for the machines to do their thing, or does it do stuff while you're offline as well?
Does stuff while you're offline.
While you're offline.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, there we go. Is there any update on the unique boss drop counter in the Beast tab, and when can we expect that to be implemented? So the boss drop log.
Is there any update on it?
Yeah.
As far as I know, Ryan's still working on a couple tidbits today. Been having some good fun this afternoon.
Yeah, but next
Doing
week
some
is-
nice little bits on it. Yeah, the next couple of weeks.
You probably can't see it on the stream, which is really weird for
Yeah,
us.
we're getting dripped on. It's really odd.
That update is something I'm super excited about because you can never really prove. You get that one dude is like, yeah, mate, I got 4 Armadillo hilts last night. It's like, prove it. And then he quick chats and he's got one. Sorry, that was my, yeah.
No.
I hate that guy.
There's a lot, and what I'm looking forward to the most as well is actually we, I believe, are doing our best to accommodate Iron Men with this as well, with the boss drop log, as in edge cases when they log in.
Oh, so things like
Don't
Firekeep and
panic.
Top
Yeah. So
Okay,
when they,
yeah. Yes.
Oh, what? So it's auto tracked, so it counts as caught. Oh,
So if an Iron
not
Man,
tracked.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Because they can't trade, we know that they
Yeah,
actually drop
exactly.
the
They
diamond
gained it
drop.
themselves. Yeah, that's really good.
Don't panic, Ramen, don't worry. Is there any update on the Seers Village and Camelot graphical update?
Paused a little.
It's on pause, yeah.
Yeah, but it's going to kick back up soon.
Yeah.
Something we're announcing at RuneFest has taken up a bit of his time. You like what we're doing, but yeah.
Yeah.
Since we're losing RS Companion later this year, could the lobby of RS Mobile, when it's released, be almost like how the Companion app is, where you can message friends and talk in clan/friends chats with ease?
Yeah, we've talked about that as kind of like, I mean, obviously that's the ideal endpoint, that we have our own ports and a few other things, like some of the stuff we love from the community app, but it's not going to be, by no means, launch of mobile at all. It's that shouldn't be our priority, but hey, hell yeah.
Besides the Evil Day quest, can we expect any other quests this year?
Yes.
We can.
Yeah.
Awesome. Achievements. What's going on with achievements?
We had a slight delay.
Right.
A few like critical bugs that we found, which is obviously good to find before that goes live. So that is coming out very soon. But yeah,
Very soon.
very soon. In the next few weeks. It's just on the soon TM, it seems.
Yeah. Some areas like Dorgesh Khan and
Sorry, what?
Dorgresh, can.
Dorgesh Khan.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah,
That's fine.
and thank you, approver. And Ugluk, I'm just saying Ugluk.
We just get a pronunciation video just with you.
Have some outdated content and obsolete and or flat ugly. Which area are we planning on updating next? There's so many. I mean, when we look at it.
There's places on the actual surface world that we should focus on first. Like, I understand that Uglog and the Dorshin look pretty naff.
Close.
But they do, like, you're only really down there for the quests, and there are definitely areas on the world map I think we'd end up focusing on before then. They're very much a...
It's so tough because there's two ways of doing this. You can look to try to make the whole game more consistent, so you actually do places that look the worst that nobody goes to, or you look at things that look okay but everybody goes to all the time, like Varrock.
Like I remember back in Game Jam, the Mojo kind of started like a prototype Karamja, right?
Karamja, which you know gets more footfall than Uglog. So I think we're probably more in the let's improve the places where people go, particularly with mobile coming up. But I mean, I'm a big fan of getting some consistency in there too, because all it's going to do is make the rich richer and the poor poorer by having like Uglog never updated or Dorkish Khan never updated. So
it'd be nice because there's
only so much you can do.
The Goblin series quest line is like top. It's really good.
Sweet. Let's get more Gen A back.
Yeah.
Love it.
Is anything being done to address the lack of variety of weapons in game perpetrated by the tier system?
Yeah, Brahman.
It's something we do discuss. We definitely want to find weapons with that niche, armor pieces with that niche, stuff like the Keris and the Dank Light.
Tank light. Yeah.
Dark Light. It's something that is in discussion, but not at the moment. I can't say yes because it's not true.
Awesome. How is the seed rework / rebalancing coming along?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going all right. It's a bit on hold.
Okay.
Just trying to fit the right bit of content in with the right sort of...
We're looking at updates that could work around it.
Yeah.
Could incorporate.
Like I have 6 solutions that I've been giving to people.
I thought you meant literally sick solutions. I got really confused there.
Oh, that's super arrogant. There's 6 solutions, but they depend on like what piece of content they attach to and what our focus is and all this sort of stuff. But
this one I really like.
Yeah,
I remember
it's not
the I word.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not there yet. We're just waiting for the right bit of content. But with unfinished business, like, don't worry, you want to...
Yeah.
Will Skilling see any updates this year that help address money-making issues with Skilling? Example, Skilling supplies rebalanced in PVM. Does that fall under the same area as the seed rework in that sense?
We're not looking to rebalance PVM supplies currently.
Okay.
But with drop tables like going forward, we're weary of it. Like
future drop tables won't have skilling supplies in them.
Yeah, I wouldn't say won't because you're obviously the balancer, but
yeah, they will be. We will be sensitive.
Yeah,
towards skilling for future drop tables. With regards to making skilling more money making, Crystal Skill Chompers did it for a little bit, and then we did it with rune value and stuff.
It's kind of like a core aim that we want to have. So every update that we make is going to have that kind of in the back of our minds. So there's nothing that's particularly addressing. It's just everything we do.
For a quick plug of the skilling talk at RuneFest.
Boom.
Skilling diversity is one of the top things we want to talk about.
Sure. How good is that talk?
Premium.
It's pretty good. It's premium, yeah, I'd say.
Have you not had a run for it?
But I sent you like 2 weeks ago.
The script.
But yeah, like skilling diversity. So either you choose between XP, lean back, or GP.
Any news on increased Reaper points and Slayer XP for Godward's Dungeon 2 Reaper tasks completed in challenge mode?
Moderago, send me a bug, and I'll do it.
Bam!
Moderator Iago.
There you go.
He's in chat.
If he isn't, then I'm sure Shogun can poke him.
Oh, Shogun's there.
So yeah, there we go. Good stuff.
Yeah,
will we get anything on the Karamjan gods that we were promised back in 2013? This is way before my time, so I have no idea what this is.
Yeah, I've mentioned this a couple of times. It's tied into one piece of game content that got a bit
Oh, I remember
delayed.
that bit of content.
Yeah, so I'm not sure whether to attach it and tell another story with it or wait until that content comes out.
Sure.
All unfinished business, man.
Any update on the gold accumulator mod Timber posted about a few months ago?
We are waiting to have a proper model done for the permanent accumulator.
Boom. So
because the plan is we're no longer removing the old one, we're keeping So the existing system will work, but you can just buy a brand new one, new permanent one. And that will, I'm going to say it, and it's going to cost you 1.5 million DG tokens.
So there we go.
So get saving.
So
now.
get saving on your tokens for the permanent gold
Well,
accumulator.
you're going for that high score.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
I love it.
Stole my plug.
I was getting ready and then...
You didn't have that plug.
I was about
That was
to.
my plug.
You can have it, sure. A tech tree is an abolished concept. It's a shame we'll never see vampire or elven tech trees. Obviously, we introduced tech trees last April, if memory serves me correctly.
Yeah, you're
are
correct.
we-
It's a shame.
so that we're not seeing any more.
Not in Invention Batch 2. No plans to do any further.
I want to do one in tap, but I mean,
Yeah. I mean, it's nice thematically, but there are more important things that we need to get right with Invention Batch 2.
and also like things we want to do with Invention don't necessarily line up perfectly with
Yeah.
technology.
Yeah, you're right. If you're going for like, oh, it's all going to be crystal themed and they're going to have this single theme, then it limits your design.
Yeah.
It does.
Just pull this up from the chat. There's a couple other things in the chat we will get to, so don't worry. But are we going to have a tips for double XP video again this year for September?
Probably not. Probably not.
Not this one. Okay. No worries.
Hasn't really changed that much.
So the methods are still there. Okay, cool. Any of these considered unfinished business? Floor 61,
yes.
Yes, 100%.
Yep.
Raids 2,
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're on the server. Both are on the server.
Fossil Island,
Not so much.
Not so much. I think that old school doing it so recently, or upcoming, means we should give them a bit of space. So while it is unfinished business, we didn't put it on the poll for that reason. It'd be like coming out at the same time. Everybody's going to compare them.
and Evolution of Summoning. I have no idea what that is, if I'm
Where's
honest.
this come from?
This is
Is that making summoning more potent in combat, or is that pickpocketing summoners, or
I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure. It was on the script.
let's say no then.
Okay,
doesn't
let's
say.
go with no for that one. Are we expecting combat pets before or after the double XP weekend?
After.
Yeah, it's after.
Sorry.
All right, and a nice, pretty awesome question to end on, although we got some stuff to pull from the chat, but this is from the original list. What should we as RuneScape players be most excited for in the future of the game?
Ooh.
It depends what you're into. Oh, us. Wait.
No,
No,
which RuneScape players?
Rebalance.
You are a
Oh.
RuneScape player.
Yeah. I can't say. I'm not. Yeah, I can't say.
We've got, for me, there's something, there's a kind of, it's not a year of X, but next year there's a particular kind of theme that we want to, like, an aim that we want to achieve with almost every update that we do. We're going to talk about it at RuneFest, the last thing, the kind of mic drop end of it. And I'm really chuffed with it because it's something that RuneScape has been missing for a long time.
Okay.
So this is the problem, like, whatever we give is going to be fluffy and can't go
Yeah.
into depth because it's too far away, but...
I mean, for me, I think the most exciting thing is just us talking to you more and getting to know, understand what you want,
Yeah.
and releasing content that you generally want. I mean,
I think polls, people have got a lot of comments about polls because they care, but also they are going to come over time, and I hope the survey's going to get it right too. I think the survey's really when it's going
Yeah.
to start happening.
For me, it's unfinished business. Like being a player for so long and working here for quite a bit now, is seeing these things finish up and then see where we go. Like for me, Floor 61's always tickled my fancy. Like it's always been something I've been interested in. And then playing DG the other day, I was like, whoa, we have to make it awesome. It has to live up to the expectations of how long we've been talking about it, and it's got to be special. So that for me,
I agree.
And I want you guys to see it.
I've got a note on here which is saying we need to talk about clans.
Do you need to?
I mean, they're being quite vocal.
I would love you to talk a little about clans.
Me.
Can I be the presenter?
Yeah, by all means, mate. You can finish the stream if you want. Oh, God. Okay. It's been... so, CM has had 2 people leave in the last week. Mod Mahi's gone to move into the events team. Mod Kalea has moved into live events. So from that, I've kind of had to take over a couple roles that have come a bit, one of them being clans. I'll be honest, wasn't prepared for how engaged they are, but it's a fun challenge with it. So essentially, wherever possible, I've been trying to look at TAP as to do little things for clans. This is not massive clan permission reworks and all that stuff. That's way, that is so much work that essentially would be a project to do. So little thing to try and make it there. I don't want to guarantee anything because nothing's guaranteed yet. But trust me, people do care about plans. Here in the office, I can promise you that just from talking to them. And there is stuff we want to do. Nothing massive, just I guess small little things to hopefully add up. And if we could release it in like one go,
Yeah,
that'd
but
be pretty
it shouldn't
cool.
all be on you.
No,
We're
absolutely,
also-
no.
we're also
And
looking
it
at-
hasn't been. Like
Yeah.
I've had Timbo helping me out with in a couple of discussions. I've had Iago kind of get involved with it. Like it's kind of been everyone just kind of chipping in with their bit. But that's pretty much it, really, in that sense.
Yeah.
There's a true passion buzz going around the office
Yeah.
at the moment, which is really sick. Anything more you'd like to talk about, Clarence?
No, wrap it up, mate. It's all you.
Should we talk about Dungeoneering Worlds? Have we mentioned that?
Nice, very nice, yeah. So if you haven't seen it already, yesterday, from last week, we merged the 3 DG worlds into one, but also with that, we made an official Shifting Tombs world as well. So Dungeoneering and Shifting Tombs are now their own world, so a party world, so to speak. So if you are looking for are you going to really take the mick out of the way
I
and
really
say
like
party?
the idea of a party world. I think that's cool.
I think a party world is better.
Party world. So if you want to find your matchmaking and stuff, then that's probably the way to go. But apart from that, I think that's everything. I think.
It is. The month ahead stream will be back on the 5th of September, and we have a hell of a lot to show you. Plus, a special surprise you'll find out more about next week. Plug Shawnee's patch notes.
No, don't.
Shawnee's-
That's a post, unfortunately, not a stream. But it's fine. Save
There
it.
wasn't a single little...
No, nailed it. The heat wave is coming this weekend, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. You can follow us all on Twitter. Plug.
Oh my.
The lights are supposed to go down. It says lights down. That's it. Thank you
Lights
very
down,
much.
cut stream.
Thank you very much for joining
We're
us,
teaching
guys.
Ramen for hosting.
Sparrow right on, and then
This is just a taster of what you'll get from RuneScape Combat. Watch on
Yeah.
podcast.
Oh yeah, it's exciting. But thank you very much for joining us, and thanks to my lovely Sofa joiners.
The pleasure as always, moderator Ramen.
Nailed it every time, Thank you very much. The lights are supposed to go down.
Bye guys.